just has the wood on it, and it's a blue background. It's like white notes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the. I'm familiar with the big ones, so like Conoco, Quick Trip.
Yeah, well, those are the like national chains.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they're a national chain.
Yeah, they might be. Yeah. Because I only put the top tier. Well, usually I have the Quick Trip app, and you can get 25 cents off the gallon if you pay for that. So it would be like $2.89 right now. It's a Quick Trip, and then in the app you pay, and then it knocks out like 25 cents off. So that's like $2.60 something.
I use Gas Buddy.
Yeah, I do that for traveling. Like,
I use it all the time, even when I'm in the state.
Right.
So, and it's always the same.
Okay, yeah, Gas Buddy's nice. I mean, there was a station in Springfield that was always at a low royalty Senex. So I go there. I went to there for gas. Right now it's the 16 Pro that came out in September, but before that I had the XR, the 10 from 8 or so years ago, so I waited a while to upgrade, and I did. And
why wait until it's like they just announced they're given a deadline for supporting the operating system,
Yeah, the XR just got cut off.
So signal down there.
Yeah, I wanted the 16, so I waited for it. The cameras on it is great. I mean,
well, I looked at the 15, but then I started hearing that it had a weaker antenna than the 14.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. There's this guy I follow on YouTube who reviews outdoor camping and backpacking equipment.
Okay.
And before he got the 15, he has property out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And he could get a signal at certain locations.
Yeah.
When he got the 15, he got nothing.
That's very surprising.
No signal.
I had no idea.
And he said he wasn't the first one who had experienced it. He had found out that other people were claiming it was a weak signal. And then the last time I went into AT&T, I made that comment because I was inquiring about if they had a 14.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want, apparently the 15 has a weaker signal, and the AT&T store acknowledged, the person I was talking to acknowledged that. Now, I haven't heard anybody talk about the 16 to know whether or not the antennas.
Yeah, I haven't really messed with radio stuff much on it, so I'm not sure, but that's very interesting.
I was going to look, but it's too bright to see where this guy is going. Okay, so there's actually a road adjacent to that point down there that we can see.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So he's going to be down there. I can't see the bridge from here, but he's going to be down there by the bridge.
Oh, there's Amtrak.
There's more yards down there. Back again.
it's just down that way, and actually that is coming from the Amtrak station, because if you go this direction, you get Union Station, which that's Amtrak, but also that's UP and BNSF guys through there. So.
Exactly. Being serviced as a station.
But yeah, it's interesting because Amtrak gets right of way all the way over. It's, as far as I've been told. So.
No, that's not true.
See, I say that because I had a guy.
Maybe regionally based, but in California, freight has that.
Okay, because I work at the Half Price Books, and the guy was in the works for UP, and they always they pull over for Amtrak, so that's why I thought.
Well,
I know here.
Maybe regionally.
Yeah, that was.
Because in California,
It's right. It's the other way around.
where there's a freight train coming,
Interesting.
the last time I rode, we pulled into a siding that already had a train in it.
Oh my.
So, but they were far, the siding was long enough that the Amtrak could get in, but once the freight went by, we had to back out.
Oh yeah.
To get back on the main, we couldn't just pull through because the other train was on. We were northbound and that other train was facing southbound.
Huh.
So,
Yeah, it was railroad police for me.
Okay. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a good job. Special agents, they ain't got a whole lot of them in the yard, so you got one boss you have to,
Right.
you don't answer to anybody else.
Yeah.
You don't answer to the superintendent or anybody. So it was kind of nice, and all I had to do was make my boss happy, and he was happy. He didn't give a shit what anybody else thought. It's got its ups and downs. I had 25 years. I actually had 36 years.
Okay.
I went to work down at the CBQ as a clerk.
Okay.
In the yard loan, This buddy here, you got a railroad?
I started out with a 5x8, and then I never got the scenery on it because I was learning how to do the wiring and track, lane track, and that kind of stuff. And then I moved. Again. And each time I moved, the board got damaged.
Oh, that's too
Got smaller every day every time
So
you moved, huh?
the last time I moved, I was looking at the board and saw the track was damaged, so I pulled off all the track and pulled out all the wiring. But I still have the board with the road bed on it.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting in storage since
13 years? Or since 13?
Well, it's about time to get it out. If you can get a
Well,
house down here.
That's why, if I can get the house bought,
Yeah.
I'm doing a minimum 2-bedroom to ensure that I have a room to put it in.
Yeah.
If I have a 2-car garage, I can put it in the other second slot because
Hey,
I don't have one car.
you could actually put it in the garage and put your car in there too.
If
All
I-
you have to
if
do
I
is
have
raise
to.
the railroad up to the top of the ceiling.
That's true. I've seen that before.
Yeah, I thought about that when I first started, about putting it on a pulley system so you could raise it.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look into that because when you start putting buildings and machinery and all the other stuff that I already have put on the layout, it increases the weight of the board. So the
Right.
1x3s I use or the 1x4s I use may not be strong enough.
Oh yeah, you won't get, if it's HO,
Yeah.
it'll never get too heavy for you.
Well, that's good.
We're not far from the KC International Airport either.
So this is Nebraska.
Yeah, I've had my railroad out. It took me 30 years
Yeah.
to build it.